Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is SAP Analytics Cloud Learning Series. Today I have come up with a new topic. It's more related to story design, how you can use advanced filtering options in SSC, to you can say design your report, design your tables, or might be your charts or any other visualizations. So how this advanced filtering works in the table, how you can hide and show the relevant data. You can show the relevant data in the table in the report and hide the irrelevant data using the advanced filtering options in SAC. So let's continue today with the demo. Before we continue with the demo, I will tell you one business scenario. So every year when you do financial planning, you always have a you can say different planning versions defined, and what data you want to see against those planning versions. For example, so for one business template, I will show you that in that they have a requirement where they want to see actuals from the previous year. They want to do the forecast planning for this year, the current year, and budget planning for the next year. So when they want to input a data, so in the date they should see the previous year actuals, current year forecast, and next year budget. Now in the planning model, you might have a historical data, previous year data. Then you might have a the planning date is configured from next 20 years or next 30 years of. So now for example, the model on which I am creating this, I have a data from 2023 to 2026. Okay. When you create an input form, you enable unbook data for every columns and rows, the dimension and measures you added. So once you enable unbook data, it will show all the years that are configured in the date dimension in your model. So for 2023 also I can see actuals, then budget and forecast. But as a final input form or the report, my business should not see this other years. Okay. I want to see only previous year actual, that is actual 2024, not 2023 or 2025 or 2026, because those are irrelevant. How will I have actuals for current year or next year? Uh, so that is irrelevant data. Budget also, I want to see only next year budget, not all the historical data, even for the forecast. So with using the advanced filtering, we can achieve this because this is a cross tab, like table we are using, and you cannot be selective. Okay, actuals this year can be shown, or that cannot be handled without any advanced filtering. Now I'll go into the edit mode in the page 2. So obviously the one way is uh, you can select and hide column, so I'll just click on hide column, so that particular column is hidden and you can see one hidden. But what happens is this is not a sustainable, or you can say more accurate design. When you move to next year financial planning, then again you have to adjust. Now, like for this, now you will adjust according to the current financial year. But when you move to next financial year, then before planning, you have to again, adjust all your stories and input forms. You have to select the right years. So hiding the columns won't be, you can say, a sustainable or a long-term solution. Okay. So then you can use the advanced filtering. Now I'll tell you how you can add this advanced filtering. Go to the, select the table, go to the builder panel, then scroll down, then you can see the filter section. In that filters, you click on add filters, then you will see all the dimensions that are available in that model, in the data. Then select on this advanced filtering. Now in this advanced filtering, you can set different conditions. uh, there are basically four conditions: and or include, and or exclude. Earlier it was only and or include. With the last QRC SAP, enhanced and added few more exclude conditions, which is nice. Now first is I'll select or include. Then I have to add one more level, that is what we call as a nested filter. So this will be the prime condition. Under that I will add one more nested filter and condition and include. Then one more and include, because I will add the ands, uh, like how much versions I have. Like I want to create a one condition for actual, then one for forecast and one for budget. Okay, so these are my three and conditions. Now first in the plus and, I will select the dimensions, obviously version. So my first condition will be actual. Okay. Now I'll go to the second and again I will select the version dimension. Then the next will be forecast. Then my next and I will add the version, that is budget. Okay, I have three versions. I have added, all the versions. Now for each version, what should be the year selected? Now my year data is coming from the field date. So I will select the dimension date. Here you can see date, two options, date member and date range. When you select a date member, suppose I'll select date member, that means whatever data against each date member is there. That means you will just, manually hard code any year. If I select 2024, so this is nothing but hard coding a value. So by default, I added 2024. For this current year scenario, this works because I wanted to see previous year actuals. Now when we move to the next year, we have hard coded it as a 2024, but for next year the previous year is 2025. So again, before you do a planning, you have to edit your stories and adjust this filter. So hard coding any date value is not a good or long term solution, so I will not suggest that. So again, go to the date, go to the dimension and select then date range. So this gives you adding a dynamic filter which will be adjusted according to the financial year. So even we go for a next financial year, this story will be automatically adjusted. No manual editing of the story will be required. Now what is my actual going to be? Previous year. So by default, the dynamic date range is selected as a current year. I don't want a current year. I want to have a previous year. Then I will select a range type, not standard, offset. Then the offset direction is look back. Yeah, I want a previous year and the offset amount is 1. So if I select a 1, then it's a 1 year. If I select a 2, then it goes to previous year. So you can change the offset amount. So for me, I need only previous year. So 1. So year is 2024, set. So this is a dynamic, okay? I am not hard coding this value. It shows the value, how the filter logic will work for current year. So if you go to the next year, this will become 2025 automatically. System will adjust this. You don't have to go and adjust the filter or edit the story. Now my actuals will be previous year. Similarly, my forecast is going to be current year. Again, I'll go to the dimensions. I will not select date member. I will select date range. I want a current year. So I need a standard range type, that is current. I will not change anything here. So by default, it will take current year. Then my next is budget, where I want a next year. Then again, dimension, date, range. Here the range type again not standard, offset. And the offset direction, it is like look back, but I want look ahead, like I want a next year. So offset will be again 1. So it will go to 2026, set. So we have added our filters for actual 2024, forecast 2025 and budget 2026. Then you must select this option, add additional filters to suppress unused unbooked members, and then click on set. So now you can see earlier for every version it was showing all the years like many to many relationship. With now our new filter added, it will show according to our business logic, like actual previous year, budget next year, and forecast current year. So this is how you can, hide the different columns with using filters, not manually hiding any columns or rows. The system will take care with the help of filters, and this is dynamic. When we move to next financial year also, this will be automatically adjusted. We don't have to edit anything. I'll just save this. So with using this advanced filtering, we were able to, hide unwanted columns, not like manually hiding each and every column. We just added a logical advanced filter. Now this was about columns. Now what if I want to hide, rows? Now this is my table. Uh, I'll just enable this for input. Okay. And as you can see, for a company, one company, I can input against only one location. Okay. But there are hundred of locations, and every time I have to scroll down, like to see, okay, at which location I can input. So these rows are irrelevant for me. These are not relevant, and this is you can say not user friendly, because the user has to scroll down a lot and figure out a row where he can input. So then we can also use advanced filtering to get rid of this unwanted rows. Obviously I can use this option, right click and hide row, so this particular row will be hidden, but hiding so many rows is also not a feasible option. In that case also select the table, again go to the advanced filtering. So first again my or condition, then I will add and then I will add and, because I want any one of these conditions if available to be uh, you can say satisfied. Then first will be my company. I will add first company 2000, company 2. Okay. Then location, it's Chengdu. Again, I'll select the country data. China and Chengdu. Okay. So this is my first filter. So when company 2 is there, the country or the city should be only that Chengdu. Now next I will add next company. So you must all add all the companies that are required to be showed in the table. Okay. If you add two companies, then the table will show only two companies because it's a filter at the end. Okay. Uh, I'll select India. Then I will include, oh sorry, dimension, country data. For India, I need a Bangalore location. India. Okay. I have only one location. Okay, so I have added currently two companies with the two. Then I'll definitely check this, add additional filters to suppress unused unbookmarked members. This is very necessary. And when you are going to do this, demo in your tenants, try to uncheck this and check the outcome. It's a lot of difference. So now with this table, now you can see for the 2000 company, I can only see the Chengdu row. All other rows will be, the table will get rid of that. So for India, only Bangkok. So for each and company, I will add only those locations which I can, input data, or I want to show the report. So using this advanced filtering, I got rid of all the other, extra rows which are irrelevant. Obviously, when you will be creating a report, the other option is you just disable the unbooked data. Once you disable the unbooked data, it will show only the rows where you inputted the data. So whenever you are designing a input form, you enable the unbooked data. But when you are designing the outcome, that is report on top of any planning model, you will obviously disable the unbooked data. You want to show only that data that is entered. But sometimes what happens in some of the planning scenarios, the user will not input any data. But for that company, he would like to know if there is any data inputted or not. And if we disable the unbooked data, the complete row will not be shown because there is no data. So in those case, the advanced filtering is a good option. You just, yeah, this is kind of a hard coding only. That for each company you will select that particular location, but showing unwanted data, if your business requirement is like that. In one of my cases also, business didn't wanted to see some of the rows, and uh, SAC's table is very, you can say, it's a cross tab, it's a generic, it has a layout. It's not a selective layout. Okay, you can, select this rows and that rows. So with this advanced filters work. So this was all about advanced filters. If you liked my video, please subscribe to my channel, like the content, add your comments, and stay tuned for the next videos. This is a very, you can say, a small concept but very useful concept in SSC, in story design. Thank you.